the singing of struggle songs that some groups deem offensive will come under the spotlight in the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein this morning. The SCA will hear the lobby group Afriforum's appeal against the Equality Court judgment that the song Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer does not constitute hate speech. The Equality Court last year dismissed Afriforum's application against the EFF, its leader Julius Malema and the party's Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Our reporter Makgala Masiteng is following the story and joins us live from court. Makgala, a good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I think talk to us about what we're expecting to come out of court this morning.
Good morning. Yes, we are expecting to hear Afriforum's appeal against that Equality Court order that found that the singing and chanting of the song Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, as well as Biza Amafaya Brigade does not constitute hate speech. But Afriforum is bringing this application to the Supreme Court of Appeal, believing that the Equality Court was wrong to say that those two songs does not incite violence or it does not constitute hate speech. They are still insisting that the chanting of such songs has an impact, especially on farm attacks. But we have seen this morning, I'm not sure if you can be able to see behind me, that the security has been tightened at the Supreme Court of Appeal. As you can see, the police presence is very serious here at the Supreme Court, which is really not something that we are used to at the Supreme Court of Appeal. If you know that the Supreme Court of Appeal, we don't really, it is not really an order for the applicants or those who are responding to the case to come and appear at court. Normally we would see just the lawyers coming to represent the case. But earlier this morning I have seen the CEO of Afriforum as well as other members from the Afriforum moving into the court, and also the leadership of the EFF in the province have also moved into the court. And you can see, of course, with the tightening of the security, that there is anticipation that there could be something that could happen with this case. We do know that the EFF, on the other hand, do insist that the singing and the chanting of such songs shouldn't really be taken literally, because they are linking it to actually against the oppressive system of the past, and they're still insisting that even now the songs are still relevant, as they are still fighting the issue of the land as well as the freedom of those people who were previously disadvantaged. But as to what to expect, I'd like to bring in the legal analyst just to touch on it, on what we can expect when the court starts to sit around 9:45. I have Thabo Molete with me. Thank you very much for joining us in that day. I want us to look at what we can expect. In the past, the Equality Court actually last year said that the Afriforum didn't really have evidence or failed to prove that the song is linked to your farm attacks or the incitement of violence. What can we expect today?
I think before we can even respond to your question, we need to tell viewers that this very Afriforum is the Afriforum that at some point was saying the usage of the flag that was used during the apartheid era does not have a problem. They don't have a problem with that. But in the same vein, when the EFF says we're going to be using the slogans that we were using in the past, you know, that reminds us of our history, it's having a problem. Now, we are of the view that today the Afriforum is going to attempt to persuade the court to say, court, we don't have a problem with the chanting of the slogan, but our issue is it constitutes what we call hate speech. One, it's targeted to a particular group of people, which are farmers. And secondly, it has the effect of inciting violence. And remember, in terms of the Constitution of South Africa, you have the right that you can have freedom of expression, but at the same time, your freedom of expression must not trample upon the right of other people, which is right to equality. They are of the view that we have the right to enjoy the freedoms that are there, or the rights that are there in the Constitution. We want to be equal to you guys. But if you are saying that we must be killed, as they allege, because they are saying that the song is saying the farmers must be killed. But then on the contrary, the EFF is saying, no, we are not saying the farmers must be killed. We are saying kiss the farmer. Kiss the Boer, not kill. So we are seeing two competing rights: right to freedom of expression as well as right to equality. And as you put it earlier on, the Equality Court said there was nothing wrong that the EFF has said when they are chanting, or Mr. Malema has done when he's chanting this slogan. But at the same time, the applicants are saying, no, we are of the view that chanting that slogan does not harm anyone. But when the song is being chanted, it has the effect of being received wrongly by the third parties. And the third parties can be propelled to hate Afrikaners or the Boers. They can be compelled to act violently against the Africans.
But that is something that they will have to prove to the court that actually it happens.
They are saying that it has not happened. The harm has not happened as yet, but the chanting of that slogan can propel someone who is listening, someone who is now observing whilst Mr. Malema is singing, to act in the manner that will eventually harm the Boer and the farmer.
Thank you very much. That is Thabo Molete just taking us through what we can expect. But of course, the debate over the chanting of such songs is far from over, as we do know that recently, just after the 10th anniversary celebrations of the EFF, there was already a debate over that singing of Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, where we saw even other parties, including Freedom Front Plus, as well as the DA, also taking action against the party. We will hear as to what will happen when the Supreme Court of Appeal hears this application from the Afriforum.